The following program contains mature subject matter. Listener discretion is advised. You are listening to Zeitgeist Lab Collections from Itchy Grundle Podcast. In Collection 3, Brian and Alex metaphorically traveled north to Canada to investigate the Canadian content that seems to be pervasive everywhere. This is episode 10, the OBGMs, the ends.
All right. We are here for another fine episode of the Zeitgeist Lab Podcast Collections. I think I said that wrong. I am your co-host, Alex.
I think you did say that wrong.
And that is my co-host, Brian. What the fuck is up, Brian? What is going on?
Not much, man.
If I put a little more, like intensity in it, maybe I won't get criticized so much about these sorts of things. Like, what the hell is going on in Madison, Wisconsin?
Who's criticizing you now?
Everyone's criticizing me.
Everyone?
I'm constantly being slandered.
Constantly being slandered? Wow. Yes.
And everyone
That's
has
pretty
me.
Serious.
Everyone has me second guessing everything I'm doing. I spent all day today. There were like 3 or 4 times today when I was so close to tweeting something poop related from our account, and all I could hear was your voice in my head telling me that how that's not what you want our podcast to be about.
I mean, it just wasn't going to get any likes or anything, and it just would have alienated people.
I mean, isn't alienating people what our online personas have been about for the last 3 to 4 years?
Yeah, that's true.
So, I mean, I'm used to alienating people.
You're making a good point.
All right, well then it's open season on Plop.
Oh, God.
All right, well, what is happening this fine evening? Did you enjoy your holiday? This is our first recording session since Thanksgiving.
It was okay.
It was okay?
Yeah, it was just me and my brother and my parents.
Yeah. No big family arguments or anything? Like, did everyone remain calm?
My mom still doesn't know how to use proper pronouns for my brother's fiance.
Oh.
So that was fun.
Okay. That sounds like a fun time.
Yeah. She just grumbled something about our generation.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah.
Was it just like awkward because she was using them wrong, or like your brother get all upset at her, or like?
Yeah, it was just a fun back and forth to watch.
Great. Yeah, that's fun. I got to have a conversation on Thanksgiving about why I think sensitivity training might be important for one of my relatives' employees who sounds like he could have used it, but my family thought otherwise. So apparently, I guess there is just something wrong with our generation. I guess we're too sensitive, or
right. Yeah, I got to watch a whole hour-long video today.
Oh, okay.
About not sensitivity training, but like being inclusive and microaggressions and things like that.
Interesting.
It was actually kind of interesting.
I bet it was. I'm going to choose not to mention who I work for just because I'd rather not put anything at risk. But it's a very small company, and so they don't have a lot of official training videos or materials. So I'd be interested to see in like a normal sized company or large company how onboarding has changed in the last 2 to 5 years, just with all of the things happening in our society.
Yeah, this is the first time where I've had to watch something like that.
Do you think it was beneficial, or do you think it was just like a company paying lip service to the idea that this is what we're supposed to do?
I don't know. I guess we'll find out.
Yeah, that's true. All right. Well, anything else we need to? Well, okay. How about this? This is episode 10 of season 3. We're talking about CanCon, so we're 2/3 of the way done after this episode. Brian, how are we feeling about Canada? Have we learned anything about Canada?
I don't know. I wouldn't mind going there.
You wouldn't mind going there
I wouldn't mind staying there for a long time.
forever, maybe.
Just I just got a notification from 155 podcast. They just did a shoe exclusive.
Oh wow, okay.
Gee, I wonder where they got
could
that
they have
idea
gotten
from.
that idea? Yeah.
Huh. That's exciting.
That is exciting.
What was your question?
I don't even remember.
The shocking revelations.
It was a shocking revelation. For once, we set the trend.
Exactly. Yeah.
All right. Well, I don't know that we have anything else to go over. Should we hop into our regular segment? Welcome to the Grundle.
Yeah. Let's hop. Yeah.
Are you going to give your cat a hit off
join
that
me.
pen?
Yeah. Do you want some?
Well, she looks interested.
Yeah. Let's hop to the Grundle. All right. Well, I don't even need to look at the Twitter because we only got one response today. I reluctantly tweeted this from my break.
You reluctantly tweeted it? I thought this is like your whole thing is getting this information from our listeners.
Yeah, but I was in the break room and there's people behind me.
Oh, I see.
I didn't want them to see me like write the word Grundle in all caps.
Well, who's looking over your shoulder that closely? My God, that's a small break room.
I don't know.
Besides, they will know that a Grundle is a group of things.
Yeah, all right. Well, we only got one response. Sorry, my roommates are being loud. I'm trying to figure out what they're talking about. Anyway, we got one response from Jordan Lane, friend of the pod. Good friend of the pod.
Great
supportive.
friend of the pod. Yeah, absolutely. He's always
From
retweeting us, boosting us. Absolutely.
Check out his podcast about ADHD. He wants us to talk about crabs. I didn't ask I didn't him to be specific.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if he's talking about the crustacean or the venereal disease.
Mm-hmm.
So we got to pick and choose, I guess.
Okay. I'll talk about the crustacean, and why don't you talk about pubic lice?
Okay.
So do you want to start, or should I go first?
You can go first.
Okay. Well, I think that crabs, the crustacean, are a great animal. I, of course, am from Maryland. It's where I spent my youth until the age of 5, so I go back frequently. They're, of course, known for their crabs. But I'm not picky. I like the crab legs at Red Lobster's, so obviously I'm not fancy. I like to dip them in butter. It's one of the few things I won't dip in ketchup. If you try to have me dip crabs in ketchup, I'll probably smack you. So that's something. Yeah, I mean, usually I will dip everything in ketchup, but no, not crabs. Crabs just go in butter. And I like Mr. Krabs. I think he's great. I could use some more money, and I think Mr. Krabs can relate to that. So I'm all for crabs of the crustaceous variety.
Nice. Yeah, so I don't really know much about crabs, the venereal disease. Last person I did had herpes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that didn't last long.
The herpes? No, I'm pretty sure that lasts forever.
No, the relationship didn't last long.
Ah, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, I took some risks there.
Mm-hmm. You talking about with the herpes, or just like emotional risks?
Just all of the above.
All of the above. Okay. Oh, damn, your roommates are being loud. I usually can't hear them.
Told you.
Did you figure out what they're talking about?
No.
Why don't you take your phone out there and find out?
Should I do like a man on the street interview?
Yeah, well, they don't have to know because this isn't a video podcast. So, like, if I can't see you, it's fine. But you could go out there and ask them, like, what the hell they're talking about, and then we could have a recording of it. I mean, you've been at this new place since the beginning of this season. I think it's time we introduce some new characters. Switch things up a little bit.
That's a good idea. I'm too afraid. I'm too afraid of everyone to try that.
You're too afraid. I was scrolling back through our Twitter the other day because why the hell not? And I missed a tweet from you probably a few weeks ago at this point, where you said you were too high to have had to have a normal conversation with your roommate.
Mm-hmm. That's a true story.
Okay.
That happened, and I tweeted it.
And so, like, he was just, like, asking you how you're doing, and you just felt too high?
Yeah, and I was like, ah.
Now, have you broken their toilet anymore, is what I'd want to know. Or have you steered clear of lying about your plops to them?
Someone else busted it, and I got blamed for it. No, someone else clogged it, and I got blamed for it.
Oh shit!
Immediately.
Well, you do have a reputation, especially that you lie about it. So.
I never lied about it.
That's true. I guess you just pretended like you didn't know what was going on.
Yeah.
Okay, well, do you have anything else to say about crabs, the venereal disease?
I don't think I said anything about crabs venereal disease.
Okay, well, hit us with some crabs knowledge.
I preface this by saying I don't know anything about it. I never had it. Don't know anyone with it.
All right, well, Jordan, that's what we have to say about crabs. I'd be interested in how people decide what they want us to talk about.
Yeah, that was kind of a random one.
I guess I don't know if you saw it because it was like maybe just a little while ago, but Buttermuffin seemed very excited about this because he responded to Jordan and just said yes.
Well, hopefully he wasn't disappointed.
Hopefully not. I don't think it's possible to disappoint a muffin. All right, so we're here to talk about another Canadian band. And
the OBGYN.
The OBGYN, exactly. So what do you know about the OBGYN?
I had never heard of this band before.
Okay. Well, okay, so it's actually, I mean, obviously that's a great joke, Brian, but most people have probably never heard of this band either, so we should probably clarify that it's the OGBMs, I think. I don't know if it's BMS or BMs. I think it's BMs because OBGM is all capitalized and the S is lowercase.
It's always bowel movements with you.
Yeah. Yep, it's the it's OBGM, not OGBM. I don't think it's BM. See, this is bad. OBGM.
Isn't it right in front of you?
It is now. The OBGMs, because it stands for the Ooh Baby Gimme Mores.
That's extremely stupid. No offense to the band.
I have to say I would agree when I first looked them up. And what's really strange is, at least according to the Wikipedia, it's the Oh Baby Gimme Mores, but the O is spelled OOOHH, and it's the second O that is capitalized, as if that's where they get the name from. So it's not even like the first O of the word O. And I don't know, maybe it's the Ooh Baby Gimme Mores? I don't know.
Yeah, if there's more than one H, I'd assume it would be ooh.
Well, there's 3 O's and 2 H's.
Oh, that's definitely ooh.
So it's the Ooh Baby Gimme Mores?
I think so.
And with the second O being capitalized, is it like the ooh, baby, gimme more. Is it like that? Like you're supposed to say it all creepy like that?
I think just you.
Just me.
Yeah.
That's just a me thing.
Yeah.
Right, that's fine. Okay, so this says they're a punk rock band. Is that how you would describe this sound?
Yeah. Yeah, I was really surprised by this record.
Okay, yeah. Give me what were your thoughts then? Like, what did I guess you said you weren't familiar with them? So based on the name, which you thought was just letters, what did you think it was going to be like going in, and were your expectations met? I guess
I had no expectations whatsoever.
Okay.
I thought maybe it's gonna be some more boring indie rock or something.
Okay. Were you were it was like a little part of you hoping it was more folk rock?
No,
No. Okay.
absolutely not.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like I have like a really bad like how do I describe it? Um, I have like a really bad thing about folk music now. Because that's all they book here. It's like folk, bluegrass, Americana, whatever the fuck you want to call it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's what takes up the big theater space
Really?
here. Yeah, it's fucking bullshit.
Why is that? Madison's like it's a college town. Doesn't strike me as a college type of music.
Yeah, I don't know. And no one books rap anymore. Like we have like this huge theater called the Sylvie.
Uh-huh.
That's been around for like 2 years now. And like
well, that means that for most of the time they've been there, it's just been shut down, right? Like live music has been dead for a while.
Oh, not 2 years, but like maybe 3 now, 3 or 4.
Okay.
And like that's all they book there. That's like you can be getting so much rap there, but no, they're just too racist and afraid to book rap.
You think that's what it is?
They've only booked white rappers.
Okay. And is this how? So I've just got to ask: was it like this before the pandemic? Because things have been weird since the pandemic ended, and I don't know what booking shows is like now, or what artists are even out there. Or are you saying it was like this even before COVID?
Oh yeah, but it's worse now.
Okay.
It's just like jam bands and stuff.
So are you saying that you would not be surprised to wake up one day and find out that Great Big Sea had been booked in Madison?
It's possible. I don't know what kind of pull they have here. But yeah, it is stupid bullshit like that. Yeah, like shit I've never heard of. But then I look it up, and then it's like the worst thing I've ever heard.
Okay.
So I have a huge thing against folk music now, because that's all like people want to hear in Madison, I guess.
Might be time to get out of town then. Might be time to find a new city where folk rock is discouraged.
Well, everything gets booked in Salt Lake City. What's up with that? Every tour comes there.
I mean, we're right along I-80. We're right between Denver and Reno, or Denver and like if your tour is on I-80, there's no good reason not to stop in Salt Lake City.
Even like hardcore bands are touring out to Salt Lake. And then I can't name a single hardcore band from Utah.
So I'm trying to think here. I can't either. But someone at my work, I saw, is telling me there's like some rivalry between like Reno hardcore and Salt Lake hardcore or something. I don't know.
Yeah, that could be.
Hardcore's not my thing. So actually, it's completely now my thing, because last episode we talked about Pantychrist, and now I'm a huge hardcore head. So I should know all this now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Salt Lake City. I mean, I know you weren't there for our guest spot with Grant Lawrence, but if you listen back to it, he claims that Salt Lake City is like one of the best cities to play a show in, because we're all so repressed that it makes us just go absolutely fucking insane at concerts.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
So anyway, what did you think of the album "The Ends" by the "Ooh, baby, gimme mores."
Are you gonna say creepily like that every time?
Maybe. Ooh, baby, gimme mores.
Oh, gee, I hate that. So I went into this not knowing what to expect, and like most things you've had me listen to.
Right. Yeah.
I got like the first song. Like I was kind of like not blown away, but like it really piqued my interest because it was like the dude was like rapping.
Right.
I was like, I thought, oh, this is gonna be some like punk rap rock thing.
Mm-hmm.
This is right up my alley.
Right.
This is like the album I didn't know I needed. And then it wasn't like that. It was just more of like a kind of punk thing.
Okay.
Like for the rest of it. And I thought it was pretty good. I feel like they only know how to write one song, and they just kind of wrote it like 10 times.
Okay.
Or 9 times, like not counting the intro, because that was different and misleading.
Was there an intro?
Yeah, that the aforementioned punk rap rock thing I was talking about. That was the intro. I guess I don't know if it was like called intro. It was just the first song.
Oh,
but what?
Nothing. I understand what you're saying now.
Okay. But yeah, it was pretty good. I like that it was short. It was only 23 minutes long.
Yeah.
I listened to it twice.
Wow.
Because I had time, and I fell asleep the first time.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I thought it was really good, but it took a little while to grow on me. This wasn't one of the ones, like, life's been so busy lately, I didn't have time to listen to this on repeat like I did with albums like Great Big Sea or The Weaker Thans. But I did finally get around to listening to this a few days ago. And the first time through, I could definitely see what you're saying. Like, it all kind of sounds the same. I couldn't really differentiate much, but today I listened to it 2 or 3 more times. I had a long drive to take, so I listened to it both ways. And then, like, that's when I kind of was able to start picking it apart. And I thought this was really good. I could definitely see, like, that first song, Outsa, I guess is how you pronounce it, is definitely the most unique one. But I thought they were all really good. I especially really liked the last 3 songs. First of all, I think the song name Karanos is a great name for a song, mainly because I didn't catch the lyrics too closely on that one, but I like to think that Karanos is like a cereal that Karens eat. I don't know. And then I thought To Death and Move On were just both really solid songs. But then even going back and listening to it again, like Fight Song, I thought was really good. Triggered, Who the Fuck Are You? Like, I thought this was a really solid album all around, and I think it's one of those ones where you don't love it immediately, which is okay. Like, I think a lot of times, at least in my experience, albums that you love like immediately often don't hold up, or that it's just because it's so generic that your ear is kind of used to that sound, so it's like it's got like a pleasing taste against your palate, I guess, and then it becomes boring quickly. So the fact that it took a few listens for me to get into, I think, is actually a good thing, because once I did, I could really see the value in it, and I think it's I think it's a really great album.
Nice. Speaking of sounds you get used to, is that a new recording of the cat's food?
Yeah, he now says meow meow food, I think.
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
Yeah, the other day Delaney got in there and she pressed the button and recorded nothing, so it was just silence. So I had to have Miles re-record it so the cats had something to listen out for.
I was gonna say it sounded new.
Yeah, no, it's a little different these days. So the Ooh Baby Gimme Mores are from Toronto, Ontario. For those who are keeping track of what regions we talk about. And yeah, this was their 2020 album, The Ends. So it's just a little over a year old, which means it kind of came out in the middle of the pandemic. So as such, there weren't like a lot of live videos of any of these songs, unfortunately.
Damn.
But you may be interested to know that the band was formed actually back in 2007, and it started out as a hip hop production duo. So that might be where where we're getting some of like the rap feel to it. Well, I mean, like you said, there was rap in that first song, but yeah, I think there's definitely a more hip hop oriented sound sometimes. Like one of the things that struck me about that first song, in addition to what you said, was just like a really cool rhythm part on the drums.
Yeah, I'd be curious to see what their older stuff sounds like. Maybe I'll go. Like, is this their only album, or is this just the newest one?
It's the newest one. I don't think if they have other ones, they're not all on Spotify, but they do have a self-titled album from 2017 that is on Spotify.
Okay, yeah, I'd be interested in going back and listening to that maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, because this is like the first thing in a long time that we've listened to that I've been like really into.
Yeah. And it says here that because they are Black Canadians, they were often booked on like what Wikipedia calls urban music bills. Struggled to get onto the punk scene, which I guess is where they feel like they belong. And I think based on their music, they're more, they belong on like a punk bill. I'm not sure what an urban music bill is exactly, but to me that sounds like racial coding.
Yeah, that sounds like something Madison would do.
They would have something called an urban music bill.
The only club, not even a club, because it's college kids that are booking rap in Madison. That's like the only place that'll do it.
Now, is it easy to get into booking in Madison? Because I know it's something you said you've done. Like, did you have to work hard at that, or is that something like a lot of people do? Because you're saying there are college kids who are booking rap.
Well, I was booking at an illegal venue, so.
Oh, okay.
Anyone can do that.
Illegal in what way? Just like it wasn't licensed, or illegal because it was like an open?
Yeah, it wasn't licensed. It was a DIY spot that people like. You had to like keep the address a secret.
Okay. But okay, was it like an opium den or like a
no? It was a bike
house
shop.
Or a bike shop? Okay.
Yeah.
So did you ever do any legitimate booking?
No, not at all.
Okay.
Although if I did the college thing, I probably would have.
How did you get into booking then?
I just heard a band on the internet, and I was like, "Hey, you guys are in the Midwest. You want to play a show in Madison sometime?" They're like, "Yeah." That was pretty much it. I just decided I was going to do it.
And how did you find the bike shop to host them? Like, was that already like a known venue? And you were like, I've got this band. Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
And so when you do that, did they give you like a cut?
No, I mean all the money goes to the touring band.
Oh,
for example, this band was driving from Pittsburgh to Madison.
Gotcha.
And it got moved twice. So the show started at the illegal venue, but then too many people showed up. So we had to move to a bar.
Is this the story where you get blackout drunk?
Yeah, I've told this story before.
You have, yeah. Yeah, so I guess the only other thing to say was that this band got a little bit bigger when they got booked, or they were selected for a Budweiser ad campaign.
Ooh.
In which they were told they were being interviewed for a documentary film on undiscovered independent bands, but when they arrived at the interview venue, they were in fact immediately offered the opportunity to play for a packed house comprising of the largest audience they had ever played for at that point.
Damn.
So that's pretty cool.
That is cool. Although I wouldn't want my music in a Budweiser ad.
Well, why not?
Because Budweiser sucks and it's a commercial. I wouldn't want my music to be in a commercial.
Okay. Even if that's how you can get your like if someone offered to put us on a commercial for Budweiser, you wouldn't do it?
Yeah, maybe the podcast, yeah.
Just get us on there talking about Grundles or something, or like
right, yeah. We should do a Super Bowl ad.
Do a Super Bowl ad?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think it can be a Super Bowl ad unless it actually airs during the Super Bowl. Who's gonna do a Super Bowl ad with us?
I don't know. My mom might be in a Super Bowl commercial though, for
really?
one of the local ones.
Oh, okay. For what?
For her job.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the law firm she works at.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
that's
exciting. They're doing a local spot, so she might be in one of those commercials.
Okay, can we buy a local spot for our podcast at the Super Bowl?
Is it going to be local to? Well, we had to figure out if it's going to be local to Utah or local to Wisconsin, whichever is cheaper, I suppose.
Oh, I don't know. How do you find these things out?
I don't know. I'll ask my mom.
Okay, because we could do a commercial.
We could, yeah.
Speaking of us making money, patreon.com/VGLabPod. I have no idea anymore how to even try to talk about our Patreon.
Yeah, it's only $3. It's the price of a fancy coffee. And
it's good self-care.
Some of our best work's behind the paywall.
All of our best work.
I don't know. That I listened to the McRib one.
It was good.
I still don't know if that was good podcasting or not.
Speaking of which, okay, that's a good point. I don't know if it was good podcasting or not. I don't know if anything we've done in the last 52 weeks is good podcasting or not. But what I do want to say is that people that are, like, I really hate having to take it to people that are paying us money. But people like Danny and Buttermuffin can absolutely get fucked for raking me over the coals about asking for a ginger ale at McDonald's, okay? I don't think it's that unreasonable to want to go to a McDonald's and get ginger ale.
Yeah, I feel like that's a very, reasonable thing.
Thank you. Meanwhile, they're like, oh, that's fucking insane. What do you mean, ginger ale? And, like, Buttermuffin compares it to ordering a loose leaf tea at McDonald's. Like, what the fuck? Come on.
No, like a ginger ale is pretty common.
Exactly.
Very common drink. I mean, it should be at McDonald's.
All right, well, that settles that.
Yeah, this is a rare moment where I'm on your side for something.
I'm going to take that. That's pretty odd. All right, well, I found like one live video of this band from this album, but there are a couple other ones that maybe we could check out.
All right,
so
cool.
Let's get my screen sharing here. Okay. All right, so the only live one that I found from this album is the song All My Friends. So this is All of My Friends by the Oh Baby Gimme Mores.
That just sounds more erotic each time.
Oh, here he's talking about the track here.
The track is about trust and not trusting myself. It's kind of like Thelma and Louise a little bit. Whereas if you're going in the wrong direction, well, at least you're going with your people, even if you're driving off of a cliff. Now, is that good? Is that bad? I'm not sure. but we're going. We're driving.
Sound less punk live.
You think so? In
I
a good
think
way
so,
or a
yeah.
bad way?
I don't know, not like in a neutral way. I'd say.
Okay. So it's not like they
Sounds
suddenly
less
sounded like a
punk
folk
live.
band or something.
What?
I said it's not like they suddenly sounded like a folk band or something.
No. Yeah, I don't know. Like, one thing I forgot to say earlier is, like, I don't know if I was just in a good mood when I listened to this,
Okay.
and that's why I like it so much,
Okay.
or if it just surprised me. I don't know.
Were you in a good mood when you listened to it?
I was.
Okay.
So maybe, I don't know if that's, like, painting my take on it.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to see if there's any other live videos. I know there's nothing else really from this album that I found, but I'd like to see what they're like live.
Yeah, I feel like that, like, because where were they performing in that video?
I don't know, because it was just part of a CBC documentary, so I'm not sure. It doesn't really say where they were. This is from 5 years ago. This is a performance of "This Is Not a Live Song" from the Thera Rock Sessions.
It's not a live song. That's punk. To say that's the name and then to perform it live.
Right.
Yeah, it's not a live song.
Bienvenue dans le studio blanc de Paloma à l'occasion du festival This Is Not a Love Song. Nous sommes en compagnie d'OBGMs pour cette session Ferra Rock This Is Not a Live Song. Bienvenue.
Welcome to White Studio for this This Is Not a Live Song session. We are with the OBGMs.
Oh, maybe the
Welcome
name of the
to
session
it.
is called
When you
"This
want,
Is Not
guys.
a Live Song." So it looks like this name of the song is "Hill."
Oh. Wait, noisy so far.
She said, I get around. Don't get the wrong idea. I can love myself. It's too long. You're out of line. Taking your breath. Right here. That's how we free ourselves. Flower, my butterfly. We got the problems here.
That was a lot noisier than I thought it would be. They really got like a nice noisy sound.
Yeah, no, I like that. Just trying to see if I can find another. Like, this is a 29-minute video, so I'm trying to find another song.
Des images qui étaient très rigolotes. Alors c'est juste parce que ça vous faisait rire et que c'était bien fait, ou comme en France quand on fait une musique pour une pub, ça met pas mal.
Okay,
Was it just for fun or just because of that? But voilà, pas vraiment.
Rigolo et
They just do like one song and then
Possibility to have it in Europe.
Not
I
a
guess
love song.
Ça va pas avec.
Okay, hold
Mais
on. It's got something coming up here.
our songs with you.
OBGM.
Merci, nous sommes des OBGM. Nous n'y avons pas des amis.
It doesn't tell me what the name of this song is. Oh, it's called Fire.
Yes,
slow live.
everything we own. Picky size, you gotta fire. Remedy as you admire. You're not bigger than all of your shadows. And we know who you are and what you're saying.
Yeah, they're a lot noisier live, it seems.
Yeah, and I mean, that was 5 years ago, so maybe that's just kind of what their sound was back then.
Yeah, maybe they're evolving their sound.
Is this a band you'd go see if they came through Madison?
Probably not.
Probably not.
I wonder if they have played here. I feel like they have.
Oh, really? Maybe. Looks like right now they are on tour. Mainly, they'll be in Cleveland on March 16th. Nothing in Wisconsin, though. They go Cleveland, Detroit, Chicago, Minneapolis. They bounce all around Wisconsin, but they never make it. But I'm sure you're used to that, right?
Yeah, I'm used to bands skipping Wisconsin entirely. Yeah, it doesn't say if they've played here before. Wait, what's the name of the band again?
Oh, baby, give me mores.
OBGN. No, it doesn't look like they've played here.
Okay. Where do you go to check that anyway?
I just googled the band and then Madison.
Oh, gotcha. Let's see if they've ever played Salt Lake.
I'm sure they have.
It's nothing scheduled for their next tour.
Live Googling.
I'm not seeing anything in particular.
Live Googling.
All right, well, I think that's all I've got. I wanted to highlight this band because they're Canadian. They have minorities, which is one thing I was looking for. That's why I talked about like Pantychrist, women, hardcore. These are black punk rockers, it should be more common. I feel like it's uncommon for all the wrong reasons, so I wanted a chance to highlight.
It's more common now.
Yeah, it is more common now, but I feel like it should be more common. So that's kind of all I've got. Brian, do you have any final thoughts about? Ooh,
no, but to tie it all
give
together,
me mores.
But to tie it all together, the band I booked was called Minority Threat.
It's called Minority Threat?
Yeah.
Okay.
And they're all black.
Is that like supposed to be a play on Minor Threat?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Wow, good job, Alex.
The only reason I even thought of that is because this first return I got when I googled the OBGMs Salt Lake City is someone that says a band called Sea of Troubles equals Minor Threat plus the OBGMs. So don't be too impressed with me. I had just barely read the words Minor Threat right before you were talking about a band called Minority Threat. So.
That's awesome.
All right, well, that's it for this week. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks for listening.
The Zeitgeist Lab Collections podcast, hosted by Brian and Alex, edited by Poli-Sci Alex, executive produced by Cam Blurry for Itchy Grundle Podcast.